Good afternoon, CFM. This is Coach Matt with a Flex Friday on a Thursday workout for you, and this is coming to you. I'm putting it out on Wednesday night. So we got Wednesday night to Thursday, Flex Thursday, Friday, whatever that is. However that adds up, we're doing bench, shoulders, triceps, and arms is our focus for today, with a tiny little spice of sprint work mixed into it, okay? So begin with your choice, warm-up pace cardio for 3 minutes, and then we'll get a couple rounds through this little warm-up sequence. You will need some light dumbbells. I just got 2 light ones here for now. You will eventually want more than just 2 dumbbells for your workout when you get it. So this is a great workout to do with a small group or a partner because of the number of equipment items that you're gonna have, and so that you can have a spotter on the bench press, okay? So begin warm-up set with air thrusters. So my thumbs go to my shoulders, squatting all the way down and then extending up and hands overhead, right? Working on that sequence of hips, arms, right? As we always do in our functional movement sequences. All right, now light dumbbell pullovers. So this is literally just to stretch the shoulders out. I don't want you doing a lot of weight here, but I want you to have a little weight in your hands to really work on that overhead, the finish position or the final stretch position of that dumbbell pullover. So stretch, take a second there and feel all the different strands of muscles in the shoulders, the abs, even in the neck a little bit as you go into that overhead position, right? After your dumbbell pullovers, then we're gonna do 2 10-second eccentric push-ups. So even if you would use assistance for a push-up, I want you to do these on the floor so that we really get some work on the plank position with the arms bent, going all the way down. 10 seconds, relax a little bit. You can worm or use your knees to get up right before you do that second one, but 10 seconds of an eccentric on the push-up, then 4 reps of the Spider-Man stretch on each side. So that's super long lunge, reach that elbow for the inside of that foot, and then try to straighten both legs out and just cycle those positions, 4 reps on each side. After you're finished with that, wall angels, pause and shrug, okay? So this is like a little extra on the wall angel, right? The normal wall angel, we just reach up, and one of the things I try to pick on with this is people will stop when their elbows are still bent, and you do not get the full rotator cuff recruitment in that position with your hands pointed towards each other like this at the top. You have to reach away, and then on this one, I want you to add a shrug at the top, right? So I know there's no weight in your hands, but this should still be a very challenging movement to do, especially with that pause and shrug at the top. And that's something you can add on a regular basis if you want to put a little bit more challenge into the wall angel, right? So next we're gonna set up all of our equipment for the sequence that we're doing. Although you do not need to smash these things back to back to back, if you want to, as always on our Flex Friday or these more open style workouts, I want you to get, if you want to get a metabolic stimulus out of this and feel that like endorphin rush and the gasping for breath, dripping in sweat, then just take rest away, do a slightly lighter weight, try to still stay with a good range of motion, but just compress the rest, right? Whereas if you're looking for more of a strength benefit or a pump benefit from this, which is like when we're talking about hypertrophy and muscle building as opposed to endurance and conditioning, right? Then we would rest more in between sets, do more weight. And then obviously, no matter what you're doing, we want range of motion and technique to both be excellent, right? So we start off this with focusing on the bench press. So I think feet planted hard into the ground. My butt stays on the bench, right? No matter how heavy I'm going, I don't want to arch so much that my butt comes up off the bench, right? And then shoulder blades are squeezed together. So I'm kind of arching using my head to create some space underneath my shoulders. And then my hands on the bar at about shoulder width grip, all right? So 10 reps on the first set, then 8, then 10, 8, 6, 4, right? I go up in weight every round and try to add just a little bit to each round, right? Next, we're gonna do some sit-ups. You can choose GHD sit-ups or V sit-ups. And if you wanna do ab mat sit-ups, that's fine too, or any type of challenging abdominal exercise for 12 to 16 reps. Next, you're gonna have our first dumbbell exercise, which is dumbbell chest fly, right? So this is all for your pecs, all right? So the elbows stay almost straight, but slight bend in them. And I'm gonna hinge down at my shoulders until the dumbbells are about chest height, and then squeeze back together touch the dumbbells over the top of me. Now notice my elbows are barely bending, right? If you pick too much weight on this, then it'll just turn into this kind of modified dumbbell bench press, right? And I want to really reach, so really reach your hands away from your body, elbows just slightly bent, and then touch them together at the top. All right, after dumbbell chest flies, then we can switch to just a single dumbbell, and this one can be a little bit heavier. Dumbbell tricep extension in the overhead position. So the dumbbell's touching the back of my head, but don't whack it into the back of your head, and try to keep your elbows pointed at the sky. So my upper arms should stay in the same position, and I'm just pressing that dumbbell to the sky over the top of my head for 16 reps. Next one is our 8 rep shoulder circuit, right? So this is gonna be forward, side, overhead, and then side, forward, down, right? So we're making that shape, it's kind of like a lightning bolt shape, right? Up, side, up. And I want to be crisp and stop at those 90-degree positions. So make sure it's not like a swimming sort of like hazy motion like that. Make it a stop in the horizontal position, stop straight out in the T, stop in the overhead position like that, all right? And 8 reps through that little circuit. Next one, you can keep the dumbbells. You're gonna want heavier dumbbells for this. If you would do dumbbell hammer curls, 16 reps of that, or you can use a band and do a band hammer curl, right? That's it. And hammer just means like you're swinging a hammer, right? So your wrist stays neutral the whole time. We're not twisting or turning the hand at all, right? Next one is going to be a 30 or 24 calorie bike sprint, okay? So I would like that to be done in like 40-ish seconds, right? So try to really rip through that bike and then rest to breath recovery. Record each set of bench press, and again, get from this what you want to get from this. If you want to make it more of a longer continuous pace metabolic conditioning workout, you just smash the rest into very, very small amounts and do less weight. That's it for today. I hope you guys have a great one, and I'll see you on Friday.